goal. Oh, and he's done it! Madison again, as he did in Denmark.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Foxes 30. It has been a bit of a while, but today we are back. It's a weekend and Leicester haven't lost. We are unbeaten this weekend, boys. We are absolutely massive. But yeah, welcome back to another stream on the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Obviously, it has been about a week since I've uploaded on the channel. Obviously, nothing's really happened for Leicester. Obviously, a few games have been cancelled, which we'll go into a bit later on. But yeah, today I thought, it looks like it's going to be about 4 weeks until Leicester's next game. So today, I thought I'd sit down and just kind of run through Leicester's season so far. And obviously, it hasn't been good. But yeah, we're going to go through our season so far, look at things, where do we need to improve for the next remainder of the season, and how this kind of break hopefully could be good for us. But yeah, it's an interesting period. It's a bit unprecedented, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, hello to everyone who has joined us tonight in the live. You guys are the goats. As I always say, drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. It massively helps the channel out. Obviously, I'm not expecting too many people in tonight because obviously no games happening in the next couple of days. Obviously, today we were meant to be playing Aston Villa at home. So, yeah, it's a bit of a boring weekend. I don't really know what to do with myself, but here we are. So yeah, let's say hello to everyone who's joining us tonight in the chat. Up the boys. Hope you guys are all doing all right. We will lose next game. Vardy will miss every chance. Thomas will play poor. Rodgers will make an excuse, and we'll take Tisperul and Madison off. Interesting. All right, Jack, mate. Hope you're doing all right, man. Play should start. Hopefully, yeah. I think he probably was going to start. Obviously, I was very close to recording the preview. Obviously, I didn't do it in the end, which was obviously the right decision. I think the game was cancelled Friday, wasn't it? So a bit late notice, obviously, with everything which has happened. You can't really blame it. But yeah, obviously this weekend we was meant to play Aston Villa, which obviously was going to be a massive game. I think, the El Sacchio. So it's interesting. Obviously, right now we would be sat here discussing. I don't know what we'll be talking about by now. Rodgers could have got sacked. We could have won the game. Could have lost the game. Could have drew the game. But yeah, it's just interesting. I think if we're going to sack him, this is the perfect chance because obviously the game today got cancelled, and I'm pretty certain that the game against Tottenham next weekend is going to be cancelled as well due to the game being in London for one. So yeah, I think right now is probably the best chance to sack him because now we've got 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's going to be to get a new manager in, get the manager in training with the players, and I think that could be the best option. So right now, top, if you're watching this, you know what to do. You know what to do. But yeah, keep getting the questions in the chat. Obviously, tonight we don't have too much to talk about. So if you've got any questions, we can talk, and then we can talk about our favourite food later on as well. If you know, you know. I mean, I'm very good. Let's talk 1, 2, 3. How are you doing, mate? Enjoying the weekend for once, not having to worry about this ability. A stat for you guys: England have had a king, a queen, and 2 prime ministers since Leicester won a football match. Crazy. Sportsa onto Tuchel. Tuchel's the man. Tuchel is the man. All right, my mate. Hope you're doing all right. Well, yeah, we'll talk managers a bit later on. Obviously, I haven't gone live since this whole Chelsea Brighton stuff's gone on. So Tuchel was sacked, which is a strange decision, to be honest. I think obviously Potter's gone to Chelsea. Some people are saying Brighton may want Rodgers, but I think they're signing the Bodo Glimt manager. I think it is. I don't know his name, but yeah, he could be off there. So I think Rodgers is obviously going to stay. I don't really know why you would want to get Rodgers anyway right now, so I can see the point behind that. But I'm actually not ready. Yeah, so it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. 1 week, we're actually sat here and we haven't lost a game. It's crazy. We're sat here kind of talking positively. Not really, but it's not negative, is it? So it's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, Leicester haven't lost this weekend. Crazy scenes. Crazy. Yeah, I think we're all the same, to be honest. I don't know what to do, to be honest. I was sleeping half the day, to be honest, because I went back to college. So yeah, a bit of a long one. But yeah, let's talk about the season in a bit more. Obviously, we don't want to talk about the season because, as we know, it's been absolutely rubbish. But it's got to be done. Obviously, 6 games in, 1 point, no wins, basically all else. So yeah, I think we all know the situation we're in. But I think this is a perfect chance for Leicester to sit down, just kind of have a bit of a break, have a setback, and just have a clean slate going into the rest of the season. Because I think this 4 week period is going to help us now. It should do anyway. I think it's a good chance for Leicester to just like I said, just kind of sit back, relax, and try and figure out where to go from here, and just try and relax a bit, focus on some tactics, and really focus on the next game, which could be Forest at home, and that's in October. So yeah, I think obviously the Villa game's gone, the Tottenham game's going to potentially be gone, and then as we know, we have the 2 week international break after that. So yeah, it looks like Leicester's next match could indeed be Nottingham Forest at home in the East Midlands derby. So yeah, it's going to be a big build up to that game. But personally, for me, I think you guys know I want Rodgers to go. So if he doesn't go, like I said, this is the time to talk tactics, talk personnel, try and get the likes of Wout Faes involved a bit more, get Ricardo potentially a bit further back. But apart from that, I just think we just need to kind of chill out and just see how things go, really. This flag, this scarf does my head in. It always comes down, doesn't it? Every single stream. Fuming. Yeah, less of that. Let's get into the comments then. Sportsa, I'm scared of us going down. If you go down, I'll lose to Villa. I'm supporting another club. Ouch. We won't go down. We are staying up. I think next week's game will be cancelled, which I don't get the point. Yeah, I won't talk about it too much because I might get like a claim on this video or if I mention it. So I think it's because obviously there's going to be a lot of police in London that weekend. So Sports versus the flag. I know it always falls down, doesn't it? I need to get some better blue tack up here. Never works. The scarf always comes down. Fuming. Watch you go in a minute. But yeah, where is the Everton gang at? It's going to be interesting. This is the boys' chance, Everton, to get in training and to show Rodgers that he's the man. Mine's Rodgers out, are you? Fair enough. Sports versus the flag. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, to be honest, boys. There's just nothing to really talk about. But I thought, I'll go live tonight, talk to you guys because that is what we do on the big channel. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know how they're going to fit these games in because, as we know, the season's already pretty compact with the World Cup coming up. So Villa, Tottenham games could potentially be packed in towards the end of the season. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So just frustrating times, really. But yeah, this 4 week period is just going to drag on. I think obviously the international breaks are boring enough. Obviously, we can watch lots of England. Obviously, if you guys support different national teams, but yeah, I just can't really understand why the games were cancelled this weekend. It's a bit of a. I understand why, but I don't think it was necessary. So, just one of them. All right, Jerry, mate. Hope you're doing all right. If you guys have got any questions in the chat, let me know because I'm struggling for topics to talk about tonight. To be fair, if we talk about the goalkeeper situation, why not? William, you goat. I don't know something to Leicester on the goalkeeper. You know what? Let's just talk about that for 5 minutes because why the hell not? But yeah, the goalkeeper situation, as we know, is weird. On this channel, if you know, you know. Daniel Iverson, he's the goat. But yeah, goalkeeping wise, obviously, we were linked with the likes of Lafont, which in hindsight we should have gotten because Danny Ward is just not up to standard. I don't think now. I think he's had 6 games. How I don't know, 6 games, weren't it? Something like that. So he's had enough time to prove himself, and he just hasn't. So I think the next game against Forest or whoever it's against is a time for Iverson to get a start because he deserves his start. So that's what I think should happen. But yeah, goalkeeper situation. If Iverson doesn't come in and hits the ground running, I think we need to go out in January and try and find someone new because that's probably the most. If your goalkeeper's poor, you can't win games. It's as simple as that. So you need to do something about it because if not, the defense, as we know, is poor anyway. And if you have a goalkeeper who's got a lack of confidence back there, it's just a recipe for absolute disaster. So it's just one of them, really. I'm not the biggest fan of Danny Ward. Yeah, I think I was happy for him to start. He's had a few games, but I just can't. I don't think he's there, to be honest. The club is backing Brendan. I wonder why bringing a new striker Vardy is crowd and falling. Centre mid and the centre back in every position. I just don't even know what to think about the board right now because it just seems to be a mess, really. It's all over the place. There's a train coming past in a minute, boys. You're ready for this. But yeah, the board right now is just strange in the summer, as we know. I don't want to talk about the summer too much because it was just a bit of a mess. This train's a racket. I don't know if you can hear it. Hear that? Whole floor is shaking. Yeah, anyway, who cares? All the trains. Sports, the only positives if you have Iverson. and some other conference players not taking the mick. That's what I mean. I think this period right now is just going to help us to really, like I said, a clean slate. It's been an awful start to the season, but this just allows the players to kind of refresh and just focus on the next games, because this period now is vital. As we know, the World Cup starts December, October, November. I think that's it. It's just those 2 months. I don't think there's any games in December. So those 2 months, we've got a lot of games in there. And those games are absolutely vital. Right now, I'm going to look and see what games we actually do have coming up, because the games are vital. This period is going to define our season. If we don't turn things around, we're going to be in a relegation battle. So as we know, Tottenham game, we'll forget about that. Forest at home, must win. Bournemouth away, must win. Palace at home, we need to be winning that. Leeds at home, we need to be winning that. Wolves away, that's tough. Man City, obviously, that's tough. Everton away will be difficult. We've got Newport in the cup. West Ham away will be difficult as well. And they're the games we've got. So realistically, we've only really got Man City. And the rest of them, you would have thought they're winnable, really. So obviously, we've had a difficult start to the season. Games wise, obviously, we've had Chelsea, Arsenal, Brentford, who are doing all right. Brighton, who obviously made a good start as well. So obviously, it's been difficult. But that period now, those 6 or 7 games, however much it is, they're absolutely vital. We need to kickstart that with a win against Forest. Not only because it's a rivalry, but we just need to get our first win, and that's a perfect chance to do so. We win that, we kick on. There's loads of games, Saturday, Tuesday, whatever, and that can give us some real confidence, momentum to push on. So that's what we need. We just need that a win, and I think we can push on. So hopefully it can come. Yeah, the train. Yeah, it's not like an actual main train track. It's some like steam stuff. Yeah. Apparently the funeral is on the 19th. So Tottenham away is the next game. I think. Yeah, due to the police situation in London, I can't see that game going ahead. So I'm not sure though. I can understand the Vardy, but it's not his fault. It's Thomas Wooden. Yeah, Vardy can't do anything about it. It's just his age now. He'll still bag a few this year, but yeah, the whole team right now is just a real mess. And I think, just like I said, this is the time for Brendan, his coaching staff, if they're still there. I hope they're not there, to really sit down and think about this season, try and learn from their mistakes, and not be stubborn and keep doing the same thing week in and week out. So yeah, right now, top, get on the phone to Poch, sign him up, bring some players, well, bring his coaching staff in and sort it out, because yeah, if we're still in the relegation zone before the World Cup, sack him then, because like I said, these next 2 months are absolutely crucial for Leicester season and our next 10 years, really, because we just need to book our ideas up and win games, because we need to do that, because 6 games in, we're on 1 point. It's not good enough. Really not good enough. And if this continues, the next 3 games, whoever it is, Forest, Bournemouth, I think it's Palace, if we don't get a minimum of 7 points from them, he has to go. Because them 3 games are all very winnable. Forest will be difficult as a rivalry. Bournemouth away, must win. Palace at home, difficult game, but you should be winning those type of games. You got Leeds United on the Thursday, 12 points available there. You need to be getting 10 minimum, 9 minimum. Anything less than that is shocking. Because right now, and like I said, there's no excuses now, because yes, we've got Ricardo Pereira injured, but apart from that, it's pretty much full strength. Yes, we've lost Fafana and stuff, but everyone keeps saying, oh, the transfer window. Transfer window's done. You now got 4 weeks to sit down, refresh and focus. And if, like I said, if we don't come back fighting, I'm going to be fuming. I'm fuming right now. Still am. But yeah, these next 3 weeks are going to be long, man. Going to be long. Actually, we need to win a flipping match. Doing my head in. Ward and Iverson could learn from Schmeichel. They were the same rating. FIFA, yeah. Vardy, well, yeah, there's no point blaming Vardy. It's just his age, really. But yeah, Daka, Iheanacho, I think they'll be involved just whenever the next match is. Who knows what's going to happen? The Tottenham game may go ahead, but do we really want it to go ahead? Because right now, I don't really want us to go to Tottenham, because I feel we get absolutely battered. So yeah, I'm not really too keen playing Tottenham away, to be fair, but at least it's a game to watch. But yeah, that's the thing. Basically, all this happening is get Brendan Rodgers another month in charge of this football club. Shocking, isn't it? I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, because it's funny, but it's bad. But yeah, all I say is time. Okay, timing. It's nice having a weekend where I'm not getting annoyed at the team. It is nice, but I'm bored though. I'm really bored. I don't want to watch Leicester, but I'd rather watch the other teams. And I'm not sitting down watching the Bundesliga or the Liga. I can't be asked for that. So yeah, it's boring, isn't it? We need to win against Forest, just like we're playing in the Champions League final and must win badly. That's what I mean. And these players they don't have the mentality, and I think they'll crumble. It's at home as well. If we go to Forest when Forest are on some good form, we will absolutely crumble, just like we did in the FA Cup last year. So yeah, we've already talked about that, haven't we? So we'll talk about Rodgers a bit more. Hey up. Don't know what happened there. We go. It's a terrible start. Why would you play? It's a terrible start that we've had. Why would you play when we just signed someone to Alex Smith is in the chat. Do you not like the other subjects? In what? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I feel like we're going down. I'm scared. I don't even want to talk about that, to be honest. I don't really want to. Oh no, Joe, I don't mind talking about it. It's because if I do mention it on the stream, the video may get flagged up for some reason because when the virus was around, if he said the word, the video got flagged up as well. So oh no, it was sports. No, I do. Yeah, I watch the F1, but it's not the same, is it? Especially today on qualifying. But yeah, the race tomorrow, I'll watch that. But yeah, F1 and football's me. Apart from that, I don't really have an interest in golf, cricket, tennis, or anything like that. I just find it boring. So yeah, boring times, boys. Boring times. But yeah, I answered 2 questions there, one Joe, mate. What genius. But yeah, there's just nothing to really do, is it this weekend, boys? But yeah, future Brendan Rodgers. I think everyone's on the same page, really. If anyone's in here who's Rodgers in, come forward and talk. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. But it's an interesting one. It really is an interesting one. But yeah, that's all really. We'll talk about it a bit more later, but I think I covered the main things there, really. Just like I said, the main thing to take away right now is just these next 3-4 weeks, just crucial, really, for the rest of our season, really. Sit down, refresh, get on the training pitch. Oh, yeah, some news. Leicester have got a new set piece coach who has came in now, which is obviously a big plus. So he's now got about 3 weeks to get in there and teach his players how to defend and attack set pieces. So that's positive. And one more bit of news is that Leicester have got a new head of recruitment in now, Martin Glover from Southampton, I do believe. So yeah, there is some other Leicester news for you guys there. I don't think Fafana ever respected us. He's always acted silly, disrespectful to Chelsea flag, and I'm happy for Nino injuring him. Well, in hindsight, Fernino is it was a good challenge, wasn't it? That's all I'm going to say. Also, I lose my mind if you get beaten by Forest or Rival as well in the game. I don't even know what to. If we lose to them in the first game back, and if Rodgers is still in charge after that, all I'm going to say is the stream after that game was going to be a bit fiery. That's all I'm going to say, because that's the thing, though. There's going to be a massive build-up to just for that game. It's like the first game of the season, really. Got like a massive build, and if we go there and put an awful performance and lose, I'm going to be absolutely livid. So yeah, we need to really focus on that game. If it is that game, the first game back, get into that game, absolutely rip them apart. Honestly, a tactical master plan class, sorry, and really put in a solid performance. If we're in that game, we're slow. We're winning. We're losing out to the 50-50s. We're not running. We're walking around. You know, not on the front foot. Look bored. I'm gonna be fuming, because there is no excuses now to go out there and beat Forest on that Monday night in October. It was ages away. It's the 3rd of October, that game. We're in 10th of September right now. We've got absolutely ages, so no excuses. Right, Daniel, mate, hope you're doing all right. Sean Dyche, hell no, even though he's a great manager, just know he kept Burnley 6 seasons. Maybe he could do that with us. That's what I'm going to say. I don't want Sean Dyche to be Leicester's future coach, because I don't see it. But on an interim basis for 6 months, however, until the end, I don't know, I can't count how many months it is towards the end, but 6-7 months towards May time, that could keep us up, and that's what we need, obviously. So I think Dyche maybe to just the end of the season could be an option, but if we don't act quickly, there'll be a lot of clubs who are going to start sacking the managers, and we've already seen that already. Chelsea's at Tuchel, Scott Parker's left Bournemouth, so yeah, lots will be happening. And if we don't go quick, We're going to be struggling. I'm so bored. Yeah, I know me. I'm bored. I'm absolutely bored out my arse. It's like there's just nothing on, is there? It feels like lockdown again. I don't know why. Did you see Sean Dyche was in? I did see him in Foss Park. Yeah, but I think he lives around there. I don't know. Things about Sean Dyche, he does support Nottingham Forest, so I don't know if he'll come to us. I don't think that's too big in the game, is it? So yeah, don't know if you guys knew that, but Sean Dyche is indeed a Forest fan. I do believe anyway. So yeah, but, but I don't think that's a big issue, is it? So yeah, let's get the water in. Let's get the water in. Yeah, we're in 20 minutes. We'll go for another 10 minutes or so tonight. Just like I said, there's not too much to talk about because there's no games right now, and we'll talk about Thomas Tuchel if you want. But yeah, Dyche lives in Nottingham. Yeah, I thought so. Wouldn't join you. I don't think rivalries are that important. The Leicester Forest derby isn't really that big anyway, so I don't really think it'd be an issue. No, Vardy's crap at the minute, but it's not as helpful to respect of his name. He's done so much for the club. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. He's only a few games anyway. He'll score a goal and he'll be fine. He can still score goals. I know he should have scored a few against Chelsea, but yeah, apart from that, it's fine. But got Daka. I thought Daka was good against Brighton. Sorry, on Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. That seems ages away. But yeah, I thought Daka was quite good. So maybe Patson can get a bit more game time. I thought he took his goal quite well. Him and he actually looked good at times. Obviously, we didn't really go forward much because we can't defend for our lives. But yeah, I thought they were all right. Tuchel to Leicester, imagine. I did read somewhere that Tuchel maybe does want to join like a team outside of the traditional top six, and you got less egos and stuff. But can't see it happening. But imagine that. Imagine Tuchel at Leicester. That would be crazy. Would be crazy. Yeah. Talk of Daniel as a Chelsea fan. Go and check out his channel. I still don't get the second of Tuchel. Yeah, that shocked me. It shocked me. I cannot believe it's not even like the games alone. Obviously, you haven't had a great start to the season, but you're still sixth place in the league. I think obviously you lost to Zagreb in the Champions League. But the thing which shocks me the most, they brought back him all summer. They spent loads of money, obviously to bring lots of Fofana, etc. And to sack him 6 games into the season where you're still in the race. It's just crazy. And I think Graham Potter's a good appointment, but he's never managed a team of that level. And to put him in the deep end like that is a big risk. And if he starts losing games, it's just like, I don't know. What I just don't understand Chelsea's decisions. It's crazy. Mate, your logo is beautiful. Come on. Does anyone know the Vardy situation? Yeah, can't speak to that. Does anyone know the Vardy situation? Maybe there's a reason he's playing. I think it's just to do with age, to be honest, mate. Obviously, he's 36 now. I think somewhere around that. So it's just one of them, really. It's just natural, isn't it? So haven't had dinner yet, to be honest, but it's over there. I need to eat it. So I think it's a burger or something. Mate, that's beautiful. Profile picture's beautiful, mate. If you want to make it any better, though, change it to a picture of Daniel Iverson and stick it up there. I don't actually know how old Vardy is. How old is he? I think he's 36. He's 35. Still, that's very old for a striker, isn't it? 35 years old. Most players have retired by then. So, yeah, I think the Vardy situation is playing simply just down to age, really. So, apart from that, there's nothing really in it. It'll be interesting to see what Potter does, but I don't think he's the one, even on a 5-year deal. Feels like AVP deal in 2012. Oh, yeah, I played ball last year. Can't say his name, but I know what you mean. So yeah, I think it's just strange, especially on a 5-year deal as well. Like, what manager for Chelsea is going to stay for 5 years? And the old owner was lucky, and the new owner is even worse. Just sacks people instantly. I just think Thomas Tuchel was the perfect man to lead Chelsea forward. I know last year wasn't great, but he got to an FA Cup final, he got to a Carabao Cup final. It's like he could have got 2 trophies quite easily. He got in the Champions League. He started the season off very well. To be honest, October time, Chelsea were contenders for the league title, and obviously he got a few injuries that fell off. But apart from that, it's just I don't get it. Really don't get it. One of my mates is a Chelsea fan. He was fuming as well. No one since Ranieri. What a goat he is. I just think that's what I mean. You then what's like Tuchel after that? We still got right. We haven't even won a game. We've still got him in charge. It's crazy, isn't it? Like I said, last time Leicester won a game Since then, we've had 2 prime ministers, a queen and a king. Crazy, isn't it, if you think about it like that? Right, Josh, hope you're doing all right, mate. Take a moment of silence for the poor Leicester City. Edit, if Iverson doesn't start against Villa, I'm going to break my TV. Break my TV. I'm going to break my monitor. Yeah. I don't even know when the Villa game's going to be. I think it'll probably be end. I think the Aston Villa home game is going to end up being like April or something. You know, a midweek game in April. It'd be something like that. But yeah, I understand your point. I understand it because Iverson, as we know, is the GOAT. He needs to start against Forest, whoever the next match is against. So mate, I'm bored at my arse. How's your weekend going? Very boring, to be honest, mate. Very boring. All I've done really is watch the F1 and just chill out because what else really am I going to do? So at least it allows me to save some money up for future games. So that's the only positive. I think the Premier League said that the next free game is in January. Yeah, probably isn't it? I just obviously now and again you're probably going to have like a gap between Saturday and Saturday where you can play games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which I think that'll probably be the case. But yeah, obviously the World Cup's coming up. You don't really want to put the players through too many games. So I think I can see it being after the World Cup and any time between January, February, March, April, May. So around that time. But yeah, obviously it's only one game. Last year, loads of games got cancelled as well. So I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. This isn't like Vardy, 0 goals in 7 games, bringing Werner. Mate, we've got Daka, mate. It's calm. It's beautiful. Watch that. Someone clip it. Vardy will score against Forest and then he'll bag 10 plus goals this season. Watch. Guarantee it. I have 2 Fofana shirts that I'm going to sell. Good decision. Very good decision, mate. Don't sell them, burn them. Actually, no. Get some money from them. You might as well. So, but yeah, I think the Vardy situation, I think it's a situation which we all saw coming. And I think this is probably the year where it's starting to kind of happen. His fall off, really, which is obviously disappointing. But it's just a case of it was always going to come. So, yeah, I still reckon Vardy will score a few goals this year. Miss Riyadh, oh my God, yeah. See these boots up here, boys. We get them. Riyadh Morris signed back in the day. And if you come and see it, can you? Can you see it? There you go, Morris 26. Cool. See that quality, mate. But yeah, big up to Riyadh. He was my favourite player. He was a bit disrespectful to when he ended, but I'll do anything to have him back. Imagine Riyadh out wide, yeah. Just imagine. Yeah, we had Schmeichel in goal, I should say, still here. Ricardo Pereira at right back. Sunchu from 2019-20. Fofana, obviously, when he wasn't a snake. Castagna at left back. And Didi, or maybe Kante, but you know what I mean. And Didi, Tillemans, Maddison, Mahrez, Vardy, and Barnes. That'd be filthy, man. Imagine Ricardo and Mahrez on the same side. Like I'm talking prime Ricardo for 2019. Imagine that. That'd be filthy. Absolutely filthy. I've been Rodgers in for a while because he usually wins after losses, but I'm sorry, but he has to go. Good point. He has to go, blood. He has to go. Yeah, I just like I said, I can't see him turning things around. I just think he's reached the limit. So no Chilwell. He plays on the left. He plays on the right. That boy Castagna makes Chilwell look. I think Chilwell, boy, he was good for us, wasn't he? But you know what, Castagna, what a man. What? Me off someday in 2024, 25. Fafana will get interested for Real Madrid. It'll happen. It'll probably happen in about 2023. Even next summer. Oh yeah, that is next 2023. Yeah, next summer. If Real Madrid come knocking, he'll probably do the same thing to Chelsea. And I think Chelsea fans need to be aware of the fact that Fafana will do the exact same thing he's done to us. Anthony Etienne, when a club he wants to go to comes calling, he'll force a move, and the same will happen again because. What can you realistically do if a player's forced to move that much and he doesn't want to play? It's like what more can you do really? It's just annoying, isn't it? Jeremy, that's the main question, bro. Why has Castagna Secure become such a big debate? So many channels are making so many videos about it. I only talked about it for like 30 seconds, but I don't really think it's a debate. I just think Castagna is a good player, so is Chilwell. It's as simple as that, really. Did the same. Yeah, that's what I mean. And bearing in mind, St Etienne was the first club which allowed him to play football professionally. And to disrespect them like that is a bit of a joke, to be honest. So, yeah, it's the case of that. Some people think Leicester fans are being all salty about everything. I don't mind players leaving the club. It's the manner of how they leave the club. If you look at Maguire, he left the club very professionally. Conte, Drinkwater, even Chilwell left all right, didn't he? Obviously, he said a few stuff about us, but apart from that, do you think Rodgers will be sacked if we lose the next game? Probably. I don't. To be honest, my answer to that is no, because I just don't think Top would do it. Obviously, I want him to. So, but yeah, my answer to that's no. The players that Rodgers spoke to in the summer, who did you think? Oh, they're probably awful, to be honest. If Brendan had control over the transfers, the players he spoke to would have been absolutely awful. It's probably like Joe Allen, probably Bednar from Southampton, probably Nathan Redmond. Yeah, realistically, I don't have a clue, to be honest. Who is your go? All right. I haven't answered this one before. Some people are probably going to hate. Some people hate me for this. I'll say this right now. Messi is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, but personally, I prefer Ronaldo because he's my idol. So that's all I'm going to say. Messi's better, but I do prefer Ronaldo. What is confusing is Chilwell is playing and Fofana is playing great. Yeah, I think Chilwell. Obviously, he's only could just come back from his injury, so yeah, exactly. He scored then against West Ham, but I think Chilwell's a good player. He was good for us, but I think obviously after the lockdown, he's a bit poor, weren't he? So that's the thing. You think Leicester player needs? You think Leicester player need rest after 2? Yeah, that's what I think. I think this period's going to be good for us, really, just to kind of reset and focus on the rest of the season. But I think obviously every single club's in the same situation, so it's not really going to benefit Leicester, but obviously it's going to help slightly. So if you keep losing, sure, don't. I want him to be sat, but do I think Top would do it? I don't think so. I think if we lose the next, let's get the fixtures back up. So we've got Forest, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. If we don't win a single one of them, he has to go, surely. Like I said, those games are good. The games until the World Cup is Forest, Bournemouth, Palace, Leeds, Wolves, Man City, Everton, West Ham. They're all winnable apart from Man City. Sure, you would have thought so, wouldn't you? Messi's my go. Fair enough, mate. He is a better player. I'll say that, man. I say that, but Cristiano Ronaldo was just a player who I grew up watching football with. So, yeah. Like, sure, he was good after lockdown. Remember the goal? That was one game. After that, he feels poor. That was a good goal, though, wasn't it? Yeah. In typical Leicester fashion, we bottled it. Are playing October time? I think October is the time Leicester and every Premier League club will come back, and Leicester is an announcement on the games next week. Obviously, Leicester got Tottenham next week. Yeah. Right now, I'm pretty sure that the Tottenham game is going to be postponed, but there's no official announcement or anything. So I'm sorry, but nothing will change after the international break. I hope so. No, I do hope so. Yeah, I think you're right, Hassan, mate. To be fair, Fofana played in the Champions League, got absolutely done for face to see it. You do love to see how the venue against who was it? Dino Zagreb, big Zagreb, in Napoli. Even we played them last year. I thought to be honest, I don't want to speak about last year, but those 2 games against Napoli, we should have won both of them. And Liverpool just got battered for 1. It's crazy, isn't it? Not come up. You got Vestergaard on there, bro. What is going on? Yeah, it comes up on my screen. Get Robertson on there. When's the international break? International break is I think it's like the 20th of September until like the 1st of October, around then. So yeah, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away, and then it's the international break, I think. So something like that. If it's Nottingham Forest, we destroy them. You would hope so, but anyway, I just don't. Oh, I don't even know. I dread to think what's going to happen in that game, but it's a while away, isn't it? It's a while, but yeah. Like I said, those games when Leicester return are going to be absolutely pivotal. I'll run through them again. Forest at home, 3 points. Bournemouth away, 3 points. Palace at home, we'd expect 3 points, but I would take a point. Leeds at home, probably 3 points. Wolves away, I'll take a point. Man City, we can write that one off, probably about 10-0. Everton away, a point. West Ham away, maybe a point. And that's like the minimum. Obviously, you'll probably lose one of them. You might lose to Everton away or something, but Apart from that, you should be getting good points from them. You would have thought so, wouldn't you? But it's less, so it probably won't happen. I still think Fofana's going to be one of the best centre backs in the world. But yeah, obviously, just the way he left, I don't want him to be. Why does Brendan on to play Iverson? I don't know, mate. The thing is, Brendan doesn't watch the channel. That's the why. If you watch the channel, I guarantee next game, Iverson will be in the starting lineup. I get in FIFA. Nah, obviously I used to get. Jesus, I used to get FIFA every year, but nah, wasting money. So that Fofana is actually not enjoying Chelsea. It's a bit of a difficult situation, really, because he just came in and the manager's got sacked instantly. And obviously Chelsea got Thiago Silva and Koulibaly and Graham Potter. I think he does pay back 5, doesn't he? But it's going to be a competition for him to start in it. So we'll see. Yeah, less of Fofana, boys, because he really cares. Sign Fernino, we need VAR replacement, and the attack Fofana. It's a shout. There's a shout. But yeah, lads, I'm probably going to wrap this up in about 2 minutes' time because I'm hungry and I just want to sleep, to be fair. I'm knackered, so that's the plan for tonight. Yeah, as always, drop a like and stream if you haven't enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any other questions you want to quickly discuss. Obviously, tonight, nothing really to talk about. I've been waffling on, to be fair. So, yeah, I thought I'd pop in tonight, do a cheeky live stream for you guys, have a quick chat because what else have we got to do? Scran. I ain't scranning on live, mate. Daniel set piece manager will show Rodgers. There we go. Yeah, that's a shout actually, isn't it? I think someone said for PSV he scored like 25 goals from set pieces. If we can replicate anywhere near that, I think last year, less scoring from set pieces last year, probably about 3 or 4, wasn't it, max? That guy got PSV scoring 25 goals. If we can get like 15, that'd be class. And obviously defending. I think this year Leicester probably defended set pieces a lot better. I don't think we've conceded many, but still, it's something you need to work on. It allows Leicester to offer a big threat going forward as well. So, all the boys in a bit. Joe, thanks for joining. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday, mate. Were Madison and Chilwell good friends before he left Chelsea? Then had a bit of being off his ethic. I don't think they fell out, to be honest. I just think I think they're still friends. It's just that really, it's football, isn't it? High emotions. I don't think they fell out though. But who really cares about Chilwell? Let's be honest. Madison's the goat. Our most underrated player is Barnes. Please, no hate. I do agree. Maybe not the most underrated, but I think Barnes is very underrated. God, my legs, I need to stretch them out. But yeah, Barnes is very underrated. Yeah, I think if we could just duplicate Barnes and stick him on the right, it'd probably work. But obviously that's impossible. But, yeah. I think Barnes, he's a competence player, but he's showing that he can do stuff right. I think at times he doesn't run at people enough, but when he's on it, and he's one of the best wingers outside the top 6. So yeah, hopefully Barnes can have another good year. Obviously, scored a few already, but I think as soon as this team gets the confidence back, we'll be alright. But I think that confidence is going to come with Pochettino. So yeah. There we go. Cheers, Rene, mate. I hope you have a good evening yourself as well. Gallagher's so overrated. I hate him so much. One good season. Yeah, you might speak in absolute facts. Conor Gallagher is one of the most overrated players in the Premier League. I won't even say I had a good season for Palace. He had a purple patch, and people just rated him off that. He's very overrated. Very, very overrated. It's Conor Gallagher. So yeah, Madison's miles clear. Yeah, boys, that is where I'm going to wrap things up tonight. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, like I said, let me know by dropping a like. Subscribe as well to the channel if you haven't already. I'll try and do some videos throughout the week. I'll probably go live again next weekend, depending on if the game against Tottenham does go ahead, if there's any big Leicester news. But yeah, apart from that, I won't be uploading too many videos because obviously there's not too much to talk about. But yeah, I'll try and be as active as possible. But yeah, as soon as the games return, I'll be back doing consistent content. So that is the plan, boys and girls. But yeah, keep yourself safe. Have a good weekend if you can, and hopefully Leicester are back and the Premier League is back as soon as possible. Fingers crossed. But yeah, let's get into the final comments. It should be Chelsea. Can't see that, to be honest. Bye. See you next stream, and make sure Vardy plays well. There we go. All that matters. But yeah, cheers for coming in tonight, boys. As always, massively appreciated. Like I said, just before you do head off, make sure you drop a like. Just help out, and yeah, sadly tonight I can't really do a Daniel Alverson outro message, so we'll just say I'm Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next stream or video, and have a fantastic weekend if you can. And like I said, hopefully Leicester will be back soon. In a bit, boys, and you know what? Up the Daniel Alverson.